In second part of this chapter, we are talking about how can we use the tabular or graphical display to describe two data. So in this, for the second part of this chapter, we will know how to summarize data for two variables using tables, and how to summarize data for two variables using graphical displays. So data visualization, the best practice in creating effective graphical displays. Thus far, we have focused on methods that are used to summarize the data for one variable at a time. So we learned the categorical data. We will use a frequency distribution, bar chart, pie chart. And for the quantitative data, we have the frequency distribution, and we also have the histogram, stem and leaf display. However, often the manager is interested in tabular and a graphical method that will help understand the relationship between two variables, such as if I increase the variety of the grocery, how will that affect the store's revenue? And how the student increase the year in the school will affect their salary after the graduation, finding a job. So you can see those two examples. The researcher or manager are interested in the relationship between two variables. So in this case, cross-tabulation is a method for summarizing the data for two variables. So now let's look at the cross-tabulation. Sometimes we call it a contingency table. A cross-tabulation is a tabular summary of data for two variables. And a cross-tabulation can be used when one variable is categorical and the other is quantitative, or both variables are categorical or both variables are quantitative. The left and the top margin labels define the classes for the two variables. So let's look at one example about Finger Lake homes. So the number of the Finger Lake homes sold for each style and the price for the past 2 years is shown below. So this kind of table is called a cross-tabulation. So we have the first column labeled price range. So we have two categories. One is price ranges lower than $250,000. Another category is a home's price is above no less than $250,000. So this is quantitative data. So you can think about house price. It can be from 0 to positive infinite. And the first row is labeled the home styles, which is categorical variable. So we have 4 types of home style: colonial, log, split, A-frame. And so in the middle are observations. So look at this number, 18. This telling us there is 18 house which has a price lower than $250,000, but the style is a colonial. How about 12? So the 12 means within this $250,000, below $250,000 houses, we have 12 houses are A-frame home style. So you can see any number in the middle tells us the intersection between the price range and home style. How about 30 here? So the last row tells us the total. So the 30 means we have totally 30 houses are belonging to colonial. So in that case, we don't consider the difference between price. And we have 20 log. And how about here, 50? So 50 and 45, they're showing up at the end of the first column. So this telling us 55, which means we have 55 houses is below than $250,000. And so in that case, we don't consider the type of the home. So both end, the last row and the last column called the marginal of the table. And how about this 100? So this is the intersect of these two margin. So actually the 100 is the total sample size. So the total of the visitors, we have 100 homes are observed in this case. So in the next video, we will learn how to Excel to create a cross tabulation. And the data set we'll use is lab 1. Please download the data set and watch the video.